So, happy morning and happy Sunday. And today, mechanism of DNA replication. So, very important both academically and in examination point of view. So, yesterday I explained you what type of replication take place in DNA molecule, and we discussed that DNA replication is semi-conservative replication. DNA replication is semi-conservative replication. So that means when a new DNA molecule is formed, so one chain is coming from the parent DNA molecule, another chain is newly, freshly synthesized. Both are united together so that we can get the double-stranded macromolecule DNA molecule. So that type of process is known as semi-conservative. Semi means off, conservative means old. In a DNA formed newly, one chain is coming from the parent DNA, that is old one, another is newly synthesized, hence the term semi-conservative replication is applied. Fine. And what are the enzymes required for the DNA replication? How does replication of DNA takes place? Let us discuss today. And remember, both chains of DNA acts as a templates, and so that new chains are formed as per the template only due to the complementary nature of the base pairing. How accurately it takes place, how fastly it takes place, how correctly it takes place, let us see that. No, any mistake in the replication of DNA causes the change in the nucleotide sequence of DNA, that is the structure of DNA, so that changes the characters of the organism. So it should be very accurate, and also it should be very fast. And for example, what happens in case of the Escherichia coli, 4.6 into 10 to power 6 nucleotide pairs are present. So 4 into 4, so that is 4.6 into 10 to power 4.6 into 10 to power nucleotide pairs are present in DNA. But DNA complete, E. coli, so number of nucleotide pairs in DNA is 4.6 into 10 to power 6 base pairs. And the replication of DNA is completed within 18 minutes. So replication of DNA in E. coli is completed within 8 minutes. So within 8 minutes. So what happens? So then replication takes place at the rate of 2000 nucleotides per second. Polymerization rate, addition of nucleotides takes place 2000 nucleotides per second. Then only those many nucleotides can be added within 18 minutes. కాబట్టి 4.6 into 10 to power 6, 4.6 into 10 to power 6 nucleotide base pairs యాడ్ అవ్వాలంటే సెకండ్కి 2000 చొప్పున యాడ్ అయితే 18 నిమిషాల్లో యాడ్ అయిపోతుంది. సో ద రేట్ ఆఫ్ పాలిమరైజేషన్ ఇన్ E. coli ఈజ్ addition of 2000 nucleotides per second. Polymerization of nucleotides are 2000 per second in E. coli. So how fast it is? and it is so accurate, there won't be any mistake. If it is a human being diploid cell, it is 6.6 into 10 to power 9 nucleotide pairs, base pairs have to be added. So that is high degree of accuracy, and also fastness. Okay, that's fine. Now let us see that. So another important point you have to remember. So for replication of DNA, first double-stranded DNA has to be uncoiled. The second point is addition of nucleotides as per the sequence of the template strand. For these two things, they require lot of energy. Suppose this is okay. This is double-stranded DNA molecule. This becomes uncoiled. This is one strand and this is another strand. Suppose one strand contains A, T, G, C, A, T. So this is a template strand, for example. New strand should be thymine, then thymine, adenine, cytosine, guanine, so then thymine, then adenine. So for the synthesis of DNA molecule, what are the things required? Point number 1. So nucleotides are required. 4 types of nucleotides. 4 types of nucleotides are required. Those are a nucleotide with adenine, adenosine monophosphate, diphosphate, triphosphate. So in DNA replication, all triphosphates are involved. So adenosine triphosphate, adenine, so sugar and phosphate, phosphate and phosphate, 3 phosphate. Guanine, sugar, phosphate, 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 phosphate. Thymine, sugar, phosphate, 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 phosphate. Then cytosine, sugar, phosphate, 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 phosphate. Look at here. For synthesis of DNA, adenine, sugar, phosphate. That's enough. So monophosphates are required. Nitrogen base, sugar, phosphate. Those together called as a nucleotide with adenine. That's enough. But in DNA replication, I repeat my point. In DNA replication, nucleoside triphosphates are involved. In DNA replication, nucleoside triphosphates are involved. I repeat my statement. What I am telling, nitrogen base plus sugar. What do you call it, Nana? You call it as a nucleoside. Nucleoside plus phosphate plus phosphate plus phosphate. You can call them as nucleoside triphosphates. So remember, very very important point you have to remember. For the synthesis of DNA molecule, nucleoside triphosphates are participated, not nucleoside monophosphates. ఒక DNA ఏర్పడటానికి ఎడినైన్, షుగరు, ఒక ఫాస్ఫేట్ సరిపోతుంది. అట్లానే 4 నైట్రోజన్ బేసెస్ అంటే ఎడినైన్, థైమిన్, గ్వానైన్, సైటోసైన్, షుగర్స్, ఒక్కొక్క దానికి ఒక్కొక్క ఫాస్ఫేట్ సరిపోతుంది. కానీ ఎడినైన్, షుగర్ 3 ఫాస్ఫేట్స్, అట్లానే థైమిన్, షుగర్ 3 ఫాస్ఫేట్స్, గ్వానైన్, షుగర్ 3 ఫాస్ఫేట్, cytosine, sugar 3 phosphates. Itla triphosphates, nucleoside triphosphates are involved in DNA replication. Yendu sir. So what happens? The nucleoside triphosphates are doing dual function, are doing 2 functions. performing two kinds of function. Function number one, they are the raw material for DNA to be synthesized. వాటితోనే DNA తయారవుతుంది. ఎడినైన్, థైమిన్, గ్వానైన్, సైటోసైన్తోనే కదా DNA తయారయ్యేది. సో కాబట్టి nucleoside triphosphates are the raw material for DNA synthesis. Nucleoside triphosphates are the raw material. Nucleoside triphosphates are the raw materials. Nucleoside triphosphates are the function number one. They are the raw materials for DNA molecule. For synthesis of DNA, those are the raw materials. Without them, DNA cannot be synthesized. Adenylate acid అంటాం, ఎడినైన్ ప్లస్ షుగర్ ఎడినోజైన్ అంటాం. ఒక ఫాస్ఫేట్ వస్తే ఎడినలైక్ యాసిడ్ అంటాం. దట్ ఈస్ ఎడినైన్తో ఉన్న న్యూక్లియోటైడ్ అంటాం. అట్లానే థైమిన్తో ఉన్న న్యూక్లియోటైడ్. ఒక్కొక్క ఫాస్ఫేట్ సరిపోతుంది. నైట్రోజన్ బేస్ షుగర్, వన్ ఫాస్ఫేట్ is enough. But here triphosphates are involved. What happens? Pyrophosphates. Two phosphates are removed. During the removal of two phosphates, during the dephosphorylation, during the removal of two phosphate, large amount of energy is liberated. So look at here. This is adenosine. This is sugar. So these are triphosphates. Or to put it another way, adenosine. So adenine plus sugar together called as adenosine plus phosphate plus phosphate plus phosphate. So adenosine triphosphate, we call it as adenosine triphosphate. When adenosine triphosphate loses two phosphates, adenosine phosphate plus pyrophosphate, that is two phosphates are released. During this process, energy is liberated. Imma adenosine ante adenine plus sugar adenosine, it is a nucleoside. Thymine plus sugar thymidine, it is a nucleoside. Cytosine plus sugar cytidine, it is a nucleoside. Guanine plus sugar guanosine, it is a nucleoside. దానికి మూడు ఫాస్ఫేట్లు యాడ్ అవుతున్నాయి. సో ఎడినోజైన్ ట్రైఫాస్ఫేట్, గోనోజైన్ ట్రైఫాస్ఫేట్, థైమిడిన్ ట్రైఫాస్ఫేట్, సైటిసిడిన్ ట్రైఫాస్ఫేట్. ఇవి మొట్టమొదటి ఏం జరుగుతుందంటే టూ ఫాస్ఫేట్స్ ఆర్ రిమూవ్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ ట్రైఫాస్ఫేట్స్. రిమూవల్ ఆఫ్ two phosphate accompanied by the release of good amount of energy. That energy is useful for replication of DNA molecule, for synthesis of DNA molecule. Please remember, synthesis of DNA molecule is an energy consuming process. It requires lot of amount of energy. So for uncoiling of the DNA molecule or for addition of the nucleotides, energy is required. That energy is provided by the hydrolysis of adenosine triphosphates or nucleoside triphosphate. So loses two phosphate accompanied by the liberation of energy. That energy is useful for uncoiling of the DNA molecule and also for polymerization and also addition of the nucleotides. Right. Next point. So second function is nucleoside triphosphates are performing dual function. One function is they are the raw material. They are the raw material for the DNA synthesis. Second one, they provide energy required for the synthesis of DNA molecule. Right. Next point. And remember. So DNA replication begins at a particular site, at a particular location of the DNA molecule only. So prokaryotic cells contain only one location in its entire length for the replication to be initiated, for the replication to be started. So prokaryotic DNA మొత్తంలో ఒక్క చోటే DNA replication ప్రారంభం అవటానికి పాసిబిలిటీ అవుతుంది. అంటే one site, one location in the DNA molecule of prokaryotic cells are meant for the replication or synthesis of DNA starts. కాబట్టి ప్రోకారియాటిక్ సెల్స్లో ఉన్న డిఎన్ఏలో ఏదో ఒక ప్లేస్లోనే రిప్లికేషన్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. దాన్ని వీ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్. సో వీ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్. వీ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్, ఓఆర్ఐ, ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్. సో ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్, origin of replication in prokaryotic cells is only one. Origin of replication site ఒక్క చోటే ప్రారంభమవుతుంది. prokaryotic cells లో DNA replication begins at only one site only. That is called as origin of replication. In eukaryotic cells there are so many locations in a DNA molecule where the replication is initiated. So kabatti multi replication of origin sites are present in eukaryotic DNA molecule. There is only one origin of replication in case of the prokaryotic DNA. So now let us see what are the things required for DNA replication. Point number 1, what are the components or things? Point number 1, so nucleoside triphosphates, which we have already discussed. Nucleoside triphosphates, they are adenine with adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine, 4 types. The second one is very importantly required enzymes. Yes, so many enzymes are required for the DNA replication to be completed. So for the synthesis of daughter DNA molecule, so many enzymes are required. For the synthesis of DNA molecule or replication of DNA molecule, so many enzymes are required. Only 2 enzymes are given in your textbook, but altogether 5 kinds of enzymes are required. I'll explain you. So third one is energy. So these 3 are the main things. And then fourth one, proteins. The name of the protein is known as single-stranded binding proteins. Single-stranded binding proteins. So these are the components. These are the things required for DNA replication. Those are nucleoside triphosphates of 4 types: adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine. And but one phosphate is enough. But when the triphosphates are coming, so 2 pyrophosphate or 2 phosphates are removed from triphosphate with the liberation of energy. That energy is useful for uncoiling of the DNA and also for the polymerization, addition of the nucleotides. Then many enzymes are required. So then some proteins are also required. The name of the protein, single-stranded binding proteins. Now let us see what are the enzymes required for DNA replication. What are the enzymes required for DNA replication? Enzymes are required for DNA replication. First one, DNA dependent DNA polymerase. DNA polymerase is one kind, main enzyme. DNA dependent DNA polymerase that adds the nucleotides, that helps in polymerization of nucleotides. The second very first important enzyme required is helicase. So one more enzyme, namely helicase. Next enzyme, topoisomerase. Topoisomerase. Then DNA ligase. So these four kinds of enzymes are essentially required. Enzymes required are DNA dependent DNA polymerase and then one more enzyme, ATPase, for the removal of two phosphates from triphosphates. But these four are the main enzymes. DNA dependent DNA polymerization. Polymerase that adds nucleotides in 3-5 direction, and the overall synthesis is 5-3 direction. I'll explain. Now helicase, an enzyme helicase. So topoisomerase, DNA ligase. Now let us see the process, actual process, how the DNA replication takes place. These four kinds of enzyme. So in your textbook only two enzymes are given: DNA dependent DNA polymerase, DNA ligase. So DNA dependent DNA polymerase always synthesizes the new DNA molecule in 5-3 direction, and whereas these two enzymes are also required, helicase and topoisomerase. Okay, let us see one by one. Look at here. This is the prokaryotic DNA molecule, parent DNA double helical molecule. This is 5-3 strand, and this is, and one more enzyme. One more enzyme is required, that is RNA primase. So RNA primase. So altogether 5 kinds of enzyme: DNA dependent DNA polymerase, helicase, topoisomerase, RNA primase, DNA ligase. 5 kinds of enzymes are required for the replication of DNA. Let us see. So this is a double-stranded DNA molecule of a prokaryotic cell. I told you at one location only replication begins. So that is called as origin of replication. Here DNA starts to replicate. So this point in a DNA molecule, this location in a DNA molecule is known as origin of replication. When uncoiling begins at that place, at that location, you can get a Y-shaped structure. We call it as replication pole. So ila unnadi ila vidipoyindi itout vidipoyindi anko Y shape vastunda raatledu. So it is double stranded. This is like this coil. Now coiling becomes uncoiled. So one chain like this, another chain like this. You will get Y shape. So the Y-shaped part, that we call it as replication pole. So very, very important point you have to remember, which is not given in your textbook, is there is an enzyme, namely helicase. There is an enzyme, namely helicase. There is an enzyme, namely helicase. Helicase binds with DNA. That helicase makes the DNA to becomes uncoiled. The helicase enzyme makes the DNA to become unwind. కాబట్టి రెండు చైన్స్ పెనవేసుకుపోయి ఉన్నటువంటి రెండు చైన్స్ విడిపోయి వై షేప్డ్ స్ట్రక్చర్ రావడానికి కారణభూతమైనటువంటిది ఒక ఎంజైమ్. నేమ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఎంజైమ్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ యాజ్ హెలికేజ్. నేమ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ఎంజైమ్ ఈజ్ నోన్ యాజ్ హెలికేజ్. Helicase binds at origin of replication site, so that DNA begins uncoiling. Opposite that end, అది ఎక్కడైతే ఉందో దానికి ఆపోజిట్గా మళ్ళీ DNA విడిపోయిన DNA మళ్ళీ కలవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది, సూపర్ కాయిలింగ్ వస్తుంది. మనం ఒక పురికొస్ని ఒక్కొక్కటి తీస్తూ ఉంటే, మీరు ఒక ఇంటి దగ్గర ఒక పని చేయండి, పురికొస్ తీసుకోండి, తాడు, ఆ తాడు తీసుకుని ఒక్కొక్కటి పీకుతూ ఉంటే మళ్ళీ అది మీరు పీకుతూ ఉన్నా మళ్ళీ అది జాయిన్ అవటానికి మళ్ళీ చుట్టూ పోద్ది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎ సూపర్ కాయిలింగ్ అంటాం. డిఎన్ఏ ఒక పక్క నుంచి విడిపోతూ ఉంటే ఆ విడిపోయే పక్కకి ఆపోజిట్ సైడ్లో అది మళ్ళా కాయిల్ అవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది. ఒక పక్కేమో విడిపోవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది హెలికేజ్, దానికి ఆపోజిట్ సైడ్లో మళ్ళీ అది కలవటానికి ట్రై చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది డిఎన్ఏ. టు ప్రివెంట్ దట్ దెర్ ఇస్ అన్ ఎంజైమ్ నేమ్లీ topoisomerase. Topoisomerase is an enzyme. Topoisomerase is an enzyme, or gyrase is an enzyme that prevents the super coiling of DNA opposite to the coiling place, opposite to the helicase. హెలికేజ్ ఏమో విడదీయటానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది, ఆ విడదీసే భాగానికి వ్యతిరేక దశలో ఆపోజిట్లో మళ్ళీ అది విడిపోతూ ఉన్నదంతా కూడా దగ్గరికి వచ్చి కలవటానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది. ఆ కలవటానికి ట్రై చేసే దాన్ని సూపర్ కాయిలింగ్ అంటారు. టు ప్రివెంట్ ద సూపర్ కాయిలింగ్ topoisomerase enzyme is helpful. So to prevent the super coiling, topoisomerase enzyme binds with the DNA molecule and prevent the super coiling. Helicase is the enzyme that helps the uncoiling of DNA molecule. Okay, after uncoiling, now look at here. So both chains are acting as a template. Both chains are acting as a templates, and basing on the chain, another chain is formed. ఈ చైన్కి అనుకూలంగా కొత్త చైన్ వస్తుంది, ఈ చైన్కి అనుకూలంగా కొత్త చైన్ వస్తుంది, ఈ రెండు కలిస్తే కొత్త డిఎన్ఏ అవుతుంది. అండ్ రిమెంబర్ టు అలా విడిపోయిన తర్వాత దాన్ని అట్లా దగ్గరికి వచ్చి మళ్ళీ కలవకుండా స్టేబుల్గా ఉంచడానికి there are certain proteins which are helpful to keep this chains stable. So those proteins are called as single stranded binding proteins. There are certain proteins which are helpful, which are giving stability to the single strands of DNA after uncoiling. DNA uncoil అయిన తర్వాత ఏర్పడ్డ సింగిల్ చైన్స్ని స్టేబుల్గా అట్టపెట్టడానికి కొన్ని ప్రోటీన్స్ వెళ్ళి బైండ్ అవుతాయి. సో దట్ వీ కాల్ ఇట్ యాజ్ సింగిల్ స్ట్రాండెడ్ బైండింగ్ ప్రోటీన్. సింగిల్ స్ట్రాండెడ్ బైండింగ్ proteins. So single stranded binding protein binds with the single strands in order to give the stability to them. So those are the proteins required, known as single stranded binding protein. ఇలా డబుల్ స్ట్రాండెడ్గా ఉన్నటువంటి డిఎన్ఏ అన్కాయిల్ అయిన తర్వాత ఆ సింగిల్ స్ట్రాండ్స్ స్టేబుల్గా ఉంచడానికి there are certain proteins. So those proteins are called as single stranded binding proteins. Fine. Now this is a 5-3 strand, this is a 3-5 strand. They are anti-parallel DNA molecule. So now remember, so when in a 3-5 strand, it is this template 3-5 strand, a 5-3 strand, 3-5 strand, one template. ఇటు నుంచి వద్దాం. 3 ఇక్కడ కదా విడిపోయింది, ఇక్కడ నుంచి కదా, కాబట్టి ఇటు నుంచి రావాలి. So కాబట్టి 3-5 strand, this is a template of 3-5 strand, this is a template of 5-3 strand. There are two templates, both chains are acting as a templates. Now look at please, and now the 3-5 template strand, basing on 3-5 template strand, so DNA new chain is continuously formed. New chain is continuously formed basing on 3-5 strand. 3-5 strand కి అనుకూలంగా కంటిన్యూస్గా ఇక్కడ ఎడినైన్ ఉంటే థైమిన్, ఇక్కడ గ్వానైన్ ఉంటే సైటోసైన్, ఇక్కడ సైటోసైన్ ఉంటే గ్వానైన్, ఇక్కడ థైమిన్ ఉంటే ఇక్కడ ఎడినైన్తో కొత్త చైన్ ప్రారంభమవుతుంది కంటిన్యూస్గా. అయితే ప్లీజ్ రిమెంబర్, DNA dependent DNA polymerase is incapable of, I repeat my statement, DNA dependent DNA polymerase is incapable of adding first nucleotide. ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్లో ఎడినైన్ ఉందనుకో, థైమిన్ యాడ్ చేయాలి కదా ఇక్కడ కొత్త చైన్కి, కానీ DNA పాలిమరేజ్ అనేది ఆ ఫస్ట్ న్యూక్లియోటైడ్స్ని యాడ్ చేయలేదు. Then what happens? Few nucleotide length RNA is attached. Few nucleotide length RNA is attached. ఇది చూడండి, few nucleotide length of RNA is attached here. few nucleotide length RNA is attached with the help of an enzyme RNA primase. The name of that RNA is called as RNA primase. RNA primase. మనం మీ ఇంట్లో ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్కి లిఫ్ట్ లేదనుకోండి, ఒక ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్ ఇల్లే మీది. ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్కి లిఫ్ట్ లేనప్పుడు మీరు ఏం చేస్తారు, స్టెప్స్ మీదుగా ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతారు మీ ఇంట్లోకి. అట్లానే ఈ ఆర్ఎన్ఏ ప్రెమియర్ అనేటువంటిది మనం ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్కి మన ఇంట్లోకి స్టెప్స్ ఎలా ఉపయోగించుకుంటామో ఆ న్యూక్లియోటైడ్ ఫస్ట్ న్యూక్లియోటైడ్ని యాడ్ చేయడానికి ఈ ఆర్ఎన్ఏ అలా ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. దాన్ని ఆర్ఎన్ఏ ప్రెమియర్ అంటారు. సో ద పాయింట్ నెంబర్ 1, RNA premier, RNA molecule of few nucleotide length is attached. Few nucleotide length is attached. A few nucleotide length is attached with the help of RNA primase. So after addition of nucleotides, RNA premier is removed. కానీ మొట్టమొదటి న్యూక్లియోటైడ్ యాడ్ చేయడానికి మాత్రం RNA premier is required. So this is RNA premier. RNA premier is required. RNA premier is required. RNA molecule is required. So RNA primase adds the RNA primase adds the RNA premier, RNA molecule of few nucleotide. So దానికి యాడ్ అయితే RNAకి యాడ్ అయితే RNA మెల్లిగా యాడ్ చేస్తుంది. అది యాడ్ అయిన తర్వాత RNA రిమూవ్ అవుతుంది. మనం స్టెప్స్ ఎక్కి పైకి ఎట్లా వస్తున్నాము, ఆర్ఎన్ఏ ద్వారా ఫస్ట్ న్యూక్లియోటైడ్ అటాచ్ అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎస్ ఆర్ఎన్ఏ ప్రెమియర్. ఓకే, నౌ రిమెంబర్ ద న్యూ చైన్ ఆఫ్ డిఎన్ఏ ఈజ్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ ఫార్మ్డ్ ఆన్ టెంప్లెట్ 3-5. 3-5 టెంప్లెట్కి ఆధారంగా ఏర్పడేటువంటి చైన్ కంటిన్యూస్గా తయారవుతుంది. దట్ విల్ ఫార్మ్డ్ ఇంటూ కంటిన్యూస్ చైన్. That is called as leading strand. Please remember. So on 3-5 template strand, new chain is formed continuously. ఇక్కడ RNA ప్రైమర్ ఎందుకు ఇలా తీసేశారు? ఎందుకు తీసేసాను? కొత్త ఫస్ట్ న్యూక్లియోటైడ్కి మాత్రమే RNA ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. తర్వాత వరుసనే అటాచ్ చేయకుండా పోతాయి. DNA పాలిమరేజ్ అటాచ్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తుంది. ఫస్ట్ న్యూక్లియోటైడ్ అటాచ్ అవడానికే RNA ప్రైమర్ అవసరం. అది అటాచ్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇక దాని అవసరం లేదు. DNA polymerase adds the nucleotide as per the sequence. Then after that RNA is removed. So very important point you have to remember. On 3-5 template strand, new nucleotides are added continuously. Synthesis of new chain is continuous, and the new chain, new DNA molecule, new DNA strand, so new chain as per the template of 3-5 strand is continuously synthesized. A new chain continuous ga tayarautane untadi. It is a continuous process. That new chain formed basing on 3-5 strand is known as leading strand. This is called as leading strand, and also called as continuous strand, and it is also called as leading strand. It's continuous strand or leading strand. Okay, then the another strand, 5-3 strand. In 5-3 strand, the synthesis of DNA is not continuous. The synthesis of new chain of DNA is not continuous. So see what happens. So small fragments of new chain are formed. So this is RNA premier. So few nucleotide chain, again few nucleotide chain. కాబట్టి 5-3 strand లో DNA కంటిన్యూస్గా ఫామ్ అవ్వకుండా చిన్న ముక్కలుగా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది కొత్త చైన్. న్యూ చైన్ ఆఫ్ DNA basing on 5-3 strand is formed as a fragments, as a pieces. That is called as Okazaki fragments. They are called this fragment Okazaki fragments. The new chain having fragments, not continuous, is known as lagging strand అంటారు. 5-3 స్ట్రాండ్ డిఎన్ఏలో 5-3 స్ట్రాండ్కి అనుకూలంగా ఏర్పడే కొత్త చైను బ్రేకులుగా ఏర్పడుతుంది, అంటే ముక్కలుగా ఏర్పడుతుంది, కంటిన్యూస్గా ఏర్పడదు. దట్ వీ కాల్ దోస్ ఫ్రాగ్మెంట్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ as Okazaki fragments. Those fragments are called as Okazaki fragments. So I repeat, new chain based on 5-3 template strand is not continuous. Basing on 5-3 strand, pieces of new chain are formed, and each piece is known as Okazaki fragment. So later Okazaki fragments are attached with the help of DNA ligase. Okazaki fragments are joined together by the enzyme DNA polymerase. DNA ligase. Okazaki fragments are attached with the help of DNA ligase. So all these fragments are attached together, so a new chain is formed. This is already continuous chain. So this fragment chain is called as lagging strand. This fragment chain is called as lagging strand or discontinuous strand. Lagging strand or discontinuous strand. A new chain that is continuously formed basing on 3-5 strand is known as leading strand or continuous strand. Leading strand or continuous strand. A chain with so many fragments formed on 5-3 template strand is known as lagging strand or discontinuous strand. But 5-3 DNA strand అనుకూలంగా ఏర్పడిందేమో discontinuous, 3-5 అనుకూలంగా ఏర్పడిందేమో continuous. Continuous chain నే మరొక పేరు leading strand. Discontinuous chain కే మరొక పేరు lagging strand. అందువల్లే replication of the DNA is also described as semi-discontinuous. ఒక చైన్లోనే డిస్కంటిన్యూస్, ఇంకో చైన్ మామూలుగానే ఉంది కదా, కాబట్టి DNA replication is also described as semi means off, semi-discontinuous. So later both chains are united together to form a new DNA molecule. So I'll just repeat, then we'll go to the next topic. Very important. So molecular biology is very important. So if you look at the NEET question papers for last 10 years or so, on an average you are getting minimum 5 to 6 questions. 11 questions 1 year. So 9, 8, 7, 5. That's why you must listen carefully and you must understand the concept carefully. You must imbibe the subject. So I have explained in detail so that you should not miss any type of question to answer. So I'll repeat. So DNA replication was proved as semi-conservative replication by Michelson and Stahl in prokaryotic cell in E. coli by using the heavy isotope of N15 nitrogen but not of the radioisotope. The same was proved as semi-conservative at a chromosomal level by Taylor and his colleagues during the cell division of the root cells of the Visia faba of Fabaceae. Now, how does DNA replication takes place? What is the real mechanism? When we look at, so there are 4.6 into 10 to power 9 nucleotide base pairs are present in prokaryotic cell Escherichia coli. But the completion of the replication of DNA in E. coli takes only 18 minutes. But in the old edition of NCERT book, it was given as a 38 minutes. That is wrong. Only 18 minutes. In the new editions, the mistake is corrected. From 38 to 18 they have corrected. So you must remember, within 18 minutes, 4.6 into 10 to power 9, 10 to power 6, 4.6 into 10 to power 6 base pairs are added within 18 minutes means within 1 second 2000 nucleotides are being added. How fast it is, but it is also very accurate. Any mistake in the addition causes a change in the structure of DNA, which causes a change in the characters of the cell or the organism. That's why it is very accurate and it is very fast. Very accurate and also very fast. Next point. So, what happens, it is an energy consuming process. Replication of DNA is an energy consuming process. It requires lot of energy. So, the entire length of DNA never becomes uncoiled at one time. Okesari DNA mottham uncoil. It requires lot of energy. That's why there is a particular location where uncoiling begins. There is only one location in DNA molecule where the replication begins in prokaryotic cell. That is called as origin of replication site. Such type of locations are many in the eukaryotic cells. So the point where DNA replication begins is known as origin of replication. Is called as origin of replication. There is only one origin of replication in prokaryotic cell. There is so many. In biotechnology or genetic engineering experiment, gene is inserted into other DNA molecule with the help of plasmids, because plasmid contain origin of replication. మీరు జీన్ డైరెక్ట్గా వెళ్ళి ఒక డిఎన్ఏకి అటాచ్ చేస్తే అది రిప్లికేట్ అవ్వదు. ఆ జీన్లో ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్ లేకపోతే, కాబట్టి ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్ ఉంటేనే ఆ జీన్ రిప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది. ఆ ఆరిజిన్ ఆఫ్ రిప్లికేషన్ ఉన్న ప్లాస్మిడ్ని మనం అటాచ్ చేస్తే ప్లాస్మిడ్ డిఎన్ఏ రిప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది, కాబట్టి దాంతోపాటు ఉన్న మన డిఎన్ఏ కూడా రిప్లికేట్ అవుతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ఫర్ యూజింగ్ ప్లాస్మిడ్ యాజ్ ఎ వెక్టర్. Plasmid contain origin of replication, so that plasmid DNA replicates. When we add our gene DNA to that plasmid, our DNA also replicates. That's why, because of the origin of replication site presence in a plasmid, we employ plasmid DNA as a vehicle to transfer our gene. Okay, that's all. Now, then coming to that, another important process, energy is required. So, how energy is required? See how the energy is available to the DNA replication. So, you know very well, DNA is made up of 4 types of nucleotides. So, adenine, nucleotide with adenine, thymine, cytosine, guanine. So, adenine, sugar, phosphate is enough. That is adenosine monophosphate, a mononucleotide. Like that, other nucleotides also, other nitrogen bases like thymine, cytosine, guanine. But in DNA replication, nucleoside triphosphates are coming. That is adenine, sugar, and 3 phosphates are coming. For DNA synthesis, 1 phosphate is enough. Adenine, sugar, phosphate is enough. But what is happening? Adenine, sugar, 3 phosphates are coming for replication. But for DNA replication, nitrogen base, sugar, phosphate, these 3 are enough. But triphosphates are coming. Why? Because those 2 phosphates are removed. When those 2 phosphates are removed, energy is liberated. That energy is useful for uncoiling of the DNA molecule and also for the addition of the nucleotide as per the sequence of the DNA chains, as per the sequence of the templates. Here, the first point is initiation of DNA replication. Initiation of DNA replication takes place at an origin of replication by uncoiling the 2 chains. Uncoiling is done with the help of an enzyme, namely helicase. Uncoiling of DNA starts with the help of an enzyme, namely helicase. When DNA starts uncoiling, ఆపోజిట్ ఎండ్ ఎక్కడైతే అన్కాయిల్ బిగిన్ అయిందో దానికి ఆపోజిట్ ఎండ్లో ఏమవుతుందంటే మళ్ళీ కలవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాయి. దట్ ఈస్ సూపర్ కాయిల్ అవడానికి ట్రై చేస్తాయి. టు ప్రివెంట్ దట్ సూపర్ కాయిలింగ్ దెర్ ఇస్ అనదర్ ఎంజైమ్ నేమ్లీ టోపోఐసోమెరేజ్. There is another enzyme, topoisomerase. So the where the uncoiling begins, so we will get a Y shape. That is called as a replication pore. That is called as replication pore. After the replication fork is formed, some proteins, namely single-stranded binding proteins, are attached to this single strands, and keeping that single strand intact or stable. Now the second point is, now DNA-dependent DNA polymerase starts adding nucleotides. But remember, DNA-dependent DNA polymerase makes the new DNA in 5'3" direction only. Point number 1. Point number 2, it is incapable of adding first nucleotide. It needs a support. That support comes in the form of few nucleotides RNA. So that is called as RNA premier. RNA premier is attached to the single strands with the help of RNA primase. The first nucleotide is added to the chain. Chain begins with the first nucleotide with the help of RNA premier. After chain synthesizes, RNA is removed. Now there are two strands, 5'3" strand, 5'3" strand. When 5'3" strand, 3 5's coming to like this, 3 5's is a template. Here 5'3" is a template. And new chain is continuously formed basing on 3 5 strand. That chain is called as continuous chain. That chain is called as leading strand. But in case of the 5'3" template, what is happening? Small fragments of the DNA, small fragment chain is made. A chain with small fragments. First small fragments are formed. Later they join together. So each fragment is called as Okazaki fragment. Okazaki fragments. So after now what happens? That Okazaki fragments are added with the help of an enzyme, DNA ligase. With the help of an enzyme, DNA ligase. Now two chains are formed. So Okazaki fragment chain is called as lagging strand, lagging chain. Continue or discontinuous chain. So later both are united together so that new DNA molecule is formed. Overall replication is 5'3" direction. 5'3" direction. So that is about the DNA replication. That is about the enzymes and other machinery. Now the next topic is transcription. Next topic is transcription. Say transcription. What is transcription? Next topic is transcription. Transcription. Look at the central dogma of molecular biology proposed by Crick. So formation of mRNA, getting a genetic message for protein biosynthesis from DNA molecule is known as transcription. And you know very well, protein is made up of amino acids. Protein is made up of amino acids. Okay, how many amino acids are required for a protein? How many amino acids are required for a protein? What should be the sequence? That should be decided by the DNA molecule. That DNA gives that message, number of amino acid required, sequence of the amino acid required through mRNA. So formation of mRNA from DNA molecule in order to make a protein. You call it as a transcription. So transcription, formation of mRNA from DNA molecule is known as transcription. getting information for protein biosynthesis. So transcription takes place with the help of an enzyme, DNA dependent RNA polymerase. So transcription takes place with the help of an enzyme, namely DNA dependent RNA polymerase. DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Transcription takes place with the help of an enzyme, DNA dependent RNA polymerase. Okay. So then a transcription is also known as heterocatalysis. Transcription is also known as heterocatalysis. So out of two chains of DNA molecule, only one chain acts as a template, not both chains. Adhe sir, రెండు mRNAలు వస్తాయి, రెండు ప్రోటీన్లు తొందరగా వస్తాయి కదా అని డౌట్ వస్తుంది. కానీ never. Only one chain of the DNA molecule acts as a template for one chain of DNA molecule acts as a template, not both. రెండు ఎందుకు చేయవు చూద్దాం. So one chain of the DNA only acts as the look at here, this is DNA molecule. This is a DNA molecule. Out of this double-stranded DNA molecule, only one chain acts as a template. So always 3,5 strand always acts as a template for the synthesis of new RNA molecule. For the synthesis of mRNA molecule, 3,5 strand of the DNA molecule always acts as a template. Now wait on, it will be also useful as a template. Idu kuda avachchu kada sir. In DNA molecule, both chains are acting as a template, but in case of